While I'm waiting for my oven to preheat, let me tell you a story. A brand new coach is out there in the field trying to help maybe their own team, maybe other teams. And there are things they know they can really help with because they've been reading and studying and maybe have some good ideas. But reading, studying, and good ideas often aren't enough to convince people to change. So what they have to do is maybe exaggerate their experience a little bit. Tell some anecdotes that are exaggerated beyond reality. Whatever they need to do to convince these people to change, because they know they can be better if they do these things. Then they start working with other coaches and in bigger groups. And as they look around, all of these other coaches seem to have more experience, seem to have a bigger breadth of transformations they've run and impacts they've made. And you start to feel very insecure in what you've got, even though you know you have good answers, you know you can really help people, but you're not going to say, I only have 2 years of experience and I've never run a full transformation. Not when everybody around you is quoting 15 or 20 and saying they've been it through 10. So you start rounding up on some of your stuff there. Also, you're noticing that there's an immense amount that you're supposed to be an expert in. Organizational design, adult learning theory, technology and architecture, delivery, hundreds of different secondary practices and tools, requirements analysis, design, delivery, executive buy-in, salesmanship, the whole realm of psychology that applies to software engineering and to businesses as a whole, business cases, finance plans. You have to be an expert in the business that you're in and the tech they're using, and it's impossible. You can't possibly know all of it. But if you don't, people are going to call you out. They won't listen to you because they expect you to be an expert in all those things, and everyone around you claims to be an expert in all those things, so you can't be the only one that's not. So you lie. And the more you lie and the more you exaggerate, the more insecure you become in being found out. And the more you got to talk it up, right? And you're surrounded by other coaches. They're also talking it up, so you maintain that bluster. And what you find out is that you have now a culture of people that can't admit they don't know something because it's not safe, that can't admit that they need to learn something because they've been saying they know it all this time. And guess what? All of them are lying. Every single one of them. If you find a transformation agent that tells you that they know it all, they can do it all, they are lying. This is impossibly hard. A team of people with years, decades of experience don't know it all. You can't. This is a huge sum of learning. You have to know enough to try things. That's what we're trying to do here. If you found yourself in this situation, as I did, as many of the coaches that I know do, and you've created a toxic culture that is just dripping in overconfidence, and sometimes you convince yourself that you're right, that you are an expert. If you find that you are on a coaching team when everyone claims to be an expert, stop now. You must inject humility. You are on the road to ruin because you are going to overpromise and underdeliver. And because this job is so impossibly hard, you have to learn. You must teach each other. You must be constantly reading. You must admit when you need outside expertise and help, when you need education. You cannot live in a culture of ego where everyone's claiming that they know if you intend to have an impact as a change organization. You must embrace humility. If you are leading one of those, start with yourself. I'm a dummy. Here's the stuff I don't know. Who else is a dummy? I don't want to hear what you do know. We're going to start by admitting we all don't know this. You have to make it safe, and you have to make it a competitive learning environment rather than a competitive knowing environment. What did you learn in this last week? I don't want to hear what you're an expert in and what your experience is in. What new thing did you learn this week? You must try something, because I've seen way too many groups, and I've been on way too many groups where we became toxic experts rather than great learners. And you're going to fail.